Stan the Annuity Man here, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states, and that would include yours. Nod your head. Absolutely. Now, before we get started on this thing called the Secure Retirement Act that DC just passed and went through all this stuff, and how's it going to affect your lifetime income, how's it going to affect your annuities, how's it going to affect your 401k, before all that, we're going to do something very important. We're going to look at my hat. No, producer, we're going to go deeper, because I get all these calls like, okay, your hat has logos everywhere, so you got to kind of go through the hat. So we're going to do that, and hang in there with it, it's important. Okay, so here we go. Don't show my hair, please. All right, so first there's the logo. Got that? Okay. Then on the back there's a logo. And then on the side there's will do, not might do. You own an annuity for what a will do, not might do. That's Annuity Man Superhero, which I haven't done yet, but I'm getting ready to do. Now, it gets better. Now, inside the bill, can you get that, producer? That's pretty cool. I know, obsessive compulsive. Sorry, obsessive compulsive. But it gets worse. Inside the hat, tag. Inside the hat, Annuity Man with my phone number. Inside the hat, Annuity Man. Why do I say that? Because I'm that committed to annuities. I'm that committed to educating you. I'm that crazy to have logos all over my hat. And you're committed enough to hang in there with me on this video so we can dig into this Secure Retirement Act after this really neat musical interlude as soon as I nod my head. Okay, producer, follow me here. I'm back. We're talking about the Secure Retirement Act. On December 20th, 2019, the Secure Retirement Act was signed into law. Now, what does that mean to you? Not a lot. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But long story short, it is our friends in Washington, D.C., and I do say friends lightly, of both parties, decided that they need to encourage, tap us on the shoulder, to start planning for future income. Social Security was never put on the planet to be the sole retirement source of income, even though it is for so many people, which is unfortunate. So what they did is they're encouraging 401k plans. Like if you work for a company, they might have what's called a 401k, which is a defined contribution plan, which you put money in from your check and your employer matches it, and hopefully you put it in the right mutual fund and it grows, right? In these bull markets, it's kind of like throwing darts. Hey, I threw a dart, hey, it's going up, super. But what the DC wants you to do is start saying, might want to plan for a retirement income. So they're allowing annuities inside, like lifetime income type annuities, inside of some of these 401ks so that you can choose those as well. So maybe your allocation that month, you choose a portion in mutual funds, and then you put a portion in this lifetime income stream that's going to start at a future date so you can have a pension because the company's not going to provide you a pension, right? In fact, right now, at the time of this taping, which is, I'm not going to tell you, we're at an undisclosed location, so I can't tell you that, but you know kind of the time frame here because you're watching it, less than 10% of private companies have pensions. Wow. I mean, that's a low number. And if you don't work for the, no, that's non-governmental. If you work for the government, you have a pension. Like, this is a great story. My parents were both teachers, okay? And they were dutiful planners and savers and didn't spend too much money, right? But when they retired, they're like, well, we're just getting this pension and we just never made a lot of money. And that, my dad was always poor-mouthing and just, woe is me. And I'm like, Dad, listen to me. Turn up the hearing aid. That retirement that you're getting from the government, and I figured it out. It was like a $1.3 million immediate annuity. It would take $1.3 million, Dad and Mom, lump sum to get what you're getting for the rest of your life. Of course, my dad didn't believe me. My mom believed me. But it's true. I mean, if you're getting a lifetime income stream from a pension or the government or somebody like that, I mean, it's a good deal. I mean, be happy. Now, for the rest of us out there, the entrepreneurs of the world or people that are working for companies that offer these 401ks, you have to start looking at annuities, even though everyone tells you should hate them. You shouldn't, because you shouldn't hate annuities because they're lifetime income stream products, the majority of them. You don't hate Social Security, do you? No. So the Secure Retirement Act is encouraging, nudging, tapping the companies on the shoulder to offer annuities inside of a 401k. One last thought before I go to the next topic that you need to hang around for. What the government did, which was interesting, is they held harmless the board members of that company and of that plan to choose annuity companies. I'm not sure I agree with that, because annuities are commodity products. You should shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantees you can find. Like if you go to theannuityman.com, we have the #1 annuity calculator out there that you can find the best quotes and best numbers for your situation, quoting all carriers. I represent pretty much all carriers and licensed in all 50 states, so I can find that product for you. But what the Secure Retirement Act did, which I'm not sure I agree with, but I know why they did it, okay? They said, we're going to hold harmless your fiduciary responsibility of choosing the carriers to put inside the plan. I get that, but in a minute, I'm going to tell you the good and the bad of that. All right, let's talk about that fiduciary hold harmless thing. In a perfect world, if a 401k was offering annuities for lifetime income in the future, you'd quote all carriers, right? Because they're commodity products. So it's like a gallon of milk. The quotes expire every 7 to 10 days. It's very competitive. It's kind of like buying a plane ticket. But what the Secure Retirement Act did is said, okay, you can choose the carrier's board members or people that are in charge of the plan, and no one can sue you because you didn't put all carriers in. I get it. We live in a litigious world, and they had to do that because the background of this whole the Secure Retirement Act was that in 2014, they released what's called a QLAC. It's called a Qualified Longevity Annuity Contract. You can use it in your IRA. It's for future income, okay? And I've done videos on that. Go to my YouTube channel, pull those up, or go to my site and get a book on that I wrote, theannuityman.com, and you can get that. But the bottom line is they did not get instituted in the 401ks and put in the 401ks, those QLACs, like the government thought they would be. And the reason is the board members were a little afraid of getting sued because of whatever. You know, people sue for just suing, right? It's a sport. And so the Secure Retirement Act addressed, in addition to the QLACs, putting annuity choices inside of a 401k. So if you don't have those annuity choices inside of your 401k, encourage your employer to put them in. You need to start planning for future income needs. You need to. Producer, do you need to? Nod your head. Yes, you do. We all do. So because of that, annuities aren't a bad thing. They're a transfer risk lifetime income stream that you can never outlive, and in conjunction with those mutual funds you're choosing, you might want to do that as well. Now, let's talk about a little bit more about that Secure Retirement Act, but I've got to get a little bit of swig of water because I'm losing it. There was a lot in that bill, and of course, Stan the Annuity Man, America's Annuity Agent, read the bill. I did. I read the bill. I mean, it's terrible that's my life at this point, at age 55, that I have to sit and read the laws like that, but I wanted to make sure I got it and I understand what they were doing. There's a lot to it. I think the last couple items that you need to understand that might be pertinent to you. Number one, the RMD, required minimum distribution age limit, increased. Currently, I mean, before it was 70 and a half. Whoever came up with 70 and a half, what a crazy thing. It's now 72. So you can wait until age 72 to take your required minimum distributions from your IRA. For people out there that don't know what that is, let me put it in English. When you turn 72, the IRS is going to go, excuse me, sir, excuse me, madam, you need to start paying taxes on a lot of that money you've been deferring all these years. That's a required minimum distribution. So instead of you having to do it at age 70 and a half, it's now 72. The other main thing that I want you to realize that happened within this Secure Retirement Act is that you cannot stretch your IRA, and I'm getting the weeds here, so let me see how I can say this. There's a way that you could take your IRA and stretch it over the life expectancies of your spouse and kids when you die. In other words, they didn't have to cash it in. They could just continue taking RMDs based on their life expectancy after your Learjet hit the mountain. This Secure Retirement Act did away with the kids being able to do that. Only the spouse and the partner can do that, can stretch that IRA now. Kind of a big deal, you know, because a lot of the assets are in the IRA, and a lot of times people don't want the lump sum, they just want to stretch it out. But those kids, no more kids. You're going to have to get out of the basement and work and get a job and not wait around for that stretch IRA required minimum distribution. So I did another video called Best Annuity for Retirement, best kind of annuity you can look at for retirement. Take a look at that. I do a lot of these videos that are informative. So we talked about this act, I think it's December 20th, 2019. Don't email me if that date's wrong. It was in that range, but I think I'm right. Don't be persnickety. So what's it mean to you? It really means overall, in a broad sense, start planning for retirement income. Annuities are not bad products. They're just sold improperly a lot of times. They're transfer of risk pension products primarily. Most of the types are those. An immediate annuity was put on the planet in the Roman times for Roman soldiers to create a lifetime income stream for them and their families. Nothing's changed. People still need lifetime income. And with 10,000 baby boomers retiring, or not retiring, but hitting that retirement age every day, that's a lot of people. I should say, I really wish I could say, with 10,000 baby boomers retiring every day. I wish I could say that, but I can't because a lot of people have to continue to work. But 10,000 baby boomers reach that age of retirement, which is hey, you need to start planning for retirement income. Now, a couple things before we go. I have the best annuity calculators on the planet. On theannuityman.com, we'll get you those quotes real time. You can also see a live MIGA fixed rate feed. You can get my books. You can listen to my podcast. You can do all kinds of things at theannuityman.com. Before you go, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.